Welcome back. All right, quick news of the day video as we are on the cusp of another weekend. And of course, a lot of rookie tournament stuff going on this weekend. So, hope people enjoy that go out and watch those games. So, the NCAA CHL, there's a rule that if you play in the CHL, you cannot play in the NCAA. Well, last month, a class action lawsuit was filed against the NCAA for this rule because players just think it's kind of stupid. And the first CHL player has committed to an NCAA university, and so now we see whether or not the NCAA will allow it. Braxton Whitehead of the Regina Pats has committed to Arizona State University despite the rule that prohibits players who've appeared in CHL games from playing in the NCAA. It is an outdated rule. It is a silly rule, and really looking forward to seeing this just get knocked down. I don't see how this is gonna be a rule that stays in place. I think the NCAA is gonna have to allow CHL players in. I'm not even sure that I completely understand what the point would be of keeping CHL players out. But at any rate, there you go. So we'll see what happens there and if the NCAA takes any action. But of course, the class action lawsuit is in place there as well. Phil Kessel still wants to play, so there's a lot of discussion about why Phil Kessel doesn't have a job. Kessel didn't get signed, of course, this past season. He was working out here in Abbotsford, and in the end, the Vancouver Canucks did not sign him to a contract. It is always possible a team looks at him as a potential fourth-line replacement, but he's not an overly physical player. He's still got the skating speed, but he doesn't have the scoring that he had in his younger years either. So for Phil Kessel, I think he's in a position where he'd like to play, but I don't think there's any teams that are necessarily going to give him that chance. All the tryouts that have been signed, and there are some good players that are stuck on tryouts right now. So Kessel's kind of up against it. It's possible that maybe during this coming season that somebody ends up picking him up. But at this point, Phil Kessel's still without a contract. Elias Sorokin, Lou Lamoriello breaking it that Sorokin, dealing with an upper body injury, could miss the start of camp. So as you're looking at that battle between Varlamov and Sorokin for the starting job, may give Varlamov a bit of a leg up. But we know that Sorokin gets paid the big dollars, so once he's healthy and good to go, he will get his chance to show that he should be the starter. The Islanders, of course, hoping for another year where they defy gravity in the standings and end up making the playoffs. They've signed Matt Martin to a professional tryout, so Martin could potentially be back with the Islanders this coming season. My guess is that they do sign him as a fourth-line option. Clutterbuck's still out there as a UFA, but of course, I believe it was last month that Lou said that he would welcome Clutterbuck back as well in the event that he decided to want to continue his career in New York. So we'll see what happens there. Sad news. This came out yesterday. And so I'll talk about it today now that the details are known of what had happened. Former NHLer Stephen Peat, who played for the Washington Capitals, he passed away. He was struck by a car. He was a pedestrian in Langley, which is like a 20-minute drive from my place here. So he was struck by a vehicle as a pedestrian on a crosswalk, and he passed. So 44 years of age. My condolences to his family, to his friends, and of course to anybody who knew him and was touched by this. So again, it's been a tough time in the hockey community, and fingers crossed that the tragic events are done for now in the hockey community. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.